own words, we get across this message of collaboration, impact of collaboration, what the result is, the obstacles and dilemma related to actually having people work collectively, whether they're in the same room, whether they're not in the same room, so on and so forth. I mean, you can look at the dominance of Microsoft over the last several decades in terms of individual productivity. If I'm sitting at my desk, what am I going to use? Okay, Microsoft has won that war. But we still have a lot of conversations and a lot of different tools that we all use in terms of what we can actually do to work when there's more than one person. And that's really where our focus is in making those groups in whatever size, in whatever location, in whatever task they have to go through. That's what we're trying to support. So, we start at the very top and we say, this is not about technology. Technology is an enabler. Technology is critical, clearly, to this. But what we are talking about is creating business value. And business value in a communications concept is very much, it starts at the level of reduced costs. And the switch from TDM to IP and the move towards a more software-based architecture, all those kind of things help in the operational costs, the reduction of operational costs, as well as the total cost of ownership and all those kind of things. So that's step number one. And I think almost every enterprise has in one way, shape, or form either already executed on this or is looking to execute or is in the process of executing right now. And most of your customers and partners are doing this. The second thing, where a lot of you actually step in and help, is then to say, okay, well, how can I optimize my actual operational efficiencies? Yes, I can lower my costs and I can get my tolls down, and I get the cost of the telephone down, and I can get the cost of operations and consolidate my data centers and use my IT staff to manage my communications infrastructure and whatnot. But then you look at operational efficiencies and you say, well, how can I manage the flow? How can I manage my business processes? How can I manage my support processes all around this? Well, again, most companies have already done that. Most companies are started on that path. I don't want to say that anybody's necessarily completed it because that journey is very similar to business process re-engineering of the 80s and 90s and so on and so forth. So it's not something that just happens overnight. But it's something that everybody has embarked on. So now you get to the next step, which is, well, what about team productivity? And I don't mean team productivity where we're all going to get in a circle around the campfire and hug each other and sing Kumbaya. I mean an actual, more sort of, let's call it, objective value of team collaboration, teams working together. So how can I actually extract value from my human capital when I put them together? And that kind of team collaboration and productivity, that's what we're trying to focus on right now. And I'll talk about a number of things we're doing there. The ultimate